Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I just want to pick out 31 movies to watch during the month of October. Hi guys, welcome back. Like I said, I just want to pick out 31 movies to watch in the month of October. This is my sixth year doing this, where I pick out 31 movies to watch throughout the month of October, one movie a night, and I call it 31 Nights of Halloween. I am sure that's not the first, I'm not the first person to do this, but I like to do it. It's a lot of fun. I'll post on the screen here just picks over the last 5 years or so, and so you can kind of get a feel of what I'm going for. There are certain series that I do try to watch during this season. So like at the very beginning of this, I started series such as like the Prophecy collection, or series like the Critters movies or the Wreck films, and so I'm trying to work my way through those movies, and so every Halloween I just like watch the next one in the series, if that makes sense. And this year I'm hoping just to do a mixture of those and just films that I haven't seen before that I've owned in my collection for a while. I have a lot of things that I bought that have just been sitting at the shelf for years, and so I'm kind of hoping to, actually watch some of those things. I also like to try to watch an actual Halloween movie within the season, and so this year I'm going to be picking one of those to watch. I'm trying to just kind of stay in order, and so as you can see by the last photo, that the last one from last year I watched was Halloween 5, and so this year will be Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers, and so I'm just trying to keep up with that theming as well. I will be putting a blank, this is just an old family video like case, I guess, like rental case that I have. I'll be putting one of these in the spot of each movie. That way, if I do get something new between now and the month of November, I'll have, I can like actually put things away and shift things, and I don't lose my place with some of these. Without further ado, I'm just going to jump right into picking out 31 movies. So I guess I'm going to pick out 31 films. Thanks to my lovely wife, she is filming behind the camera. So yeah, I guess this should be fun. The last few years, I've picked out, like, I've been working my way through some of the series of horror films that I have, such as like the Omen collection, the Wreck collection, Critters, and stuff like that. So I'm going to essentially just pick out those first, and so I have a little cheat sheet of the movies that I watched already from last year, and then it'd be the ones that I'm watching this year. So I'm just going to get the other ones knocked out real quick because those ones are easy. So let's get Nightmare 5. So last year I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 5. So this year, I'm going to be watching Freddy's Dead. So, and this is not in the order of things I'm watching, but set that one there. Again, this year I'm watching Hellraiser Inferno. I've seen this film before, and I remember I really liked it, so I'm very curious if it's as good as I remember. And then, so last year I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. So then this year, I'm just going to kind of go in the order of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, like that they were released in, because the timeline is all messed up. But I'm going to be watching the remake from 2003, I believe. I think it was 2003, but so this is a series that I'm just like not really getting into all that much. I remember not, I mean, I think I like the second film more than the first, but yeah, these ones just, they're okay to me. And so I'm surprised they made 5 of these movies, but I'm going to watch the third one this Halloween because I watched the first 2 already. I'm going to be watching Fear Halloween Night, or The Fear Halloween Night. Last year I just watched The Fear, and so I'm going to watch this one this year. I should also add, this is a great time for me to watch a lot of movies that I've not seen before, even though the last 4 picks are movies I've seen before. But this is an example of one that I've not seen. So a lot of these Scream Factory box sets that I have, I've seen all the Friday the 13th movies and all the Halloweens, but I've not seen all the Critters, the Fly movies, the Omen, or the Wreck series. And so this is a great time just to be watching some of those. So Critters, last year I watched Critters 2, so this year I'm on to Critters 3. And I'm just going to put a blank Blu-ray case in the box to keep its spot. And along with that, I watched Return of the Fly, and so I'm going to watch The Curse of the Fly this year. I've seen the other 2 Fly films, the remakes. Oh, hi, Hazel. So I'm going to be on to Return of the Fly, or Curse of the Fly. And then this is one that I can never remember if I actually saw or not. I don't think I've seen this. This is the remake of The Omen. I've seen all the other ones, but I've not seen the remake. And also I am on the third Rec film. So this is Rec 3 Genesis. So I feel like I started this a long time ago before I watched any of the other Rec films. And so yeah, I'm excited to watch that.
I filmed Hazel. Oh, it's so cute. Okay.
So I have this Leprechaun Pot of Gore collection. This has Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, and Leprechaun in the Hood, which is Leprechaun 5. And so I've seen all of those films. And I've been working my way, since this is my 6th year of doing this 31 Nights of Halloween, I am on to Leprechaun 6, I guess. And so that would be Leprechaun Back to the Hood. These movies are horribly cheesy, but they're also a lot of fun. So no better time to watch those than Halloween. This year is, I'm actually excited to rewatch this one because it's been a long time since I've seen it. But again, since this is my 6th year of doing this, I'm going to be watching Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. And I believe this does include the producer's cut, which I've never actually seen the producer's cut of the film. So I'm excited to, revisit this. Okay, so now is the harder part, where it's just basically finding films that are kind of random within my horror collection, deciding what I want to watch, because obviously I did not pick 31 titles yet. I still have a decent stack of things I need to pick, but this is always a hard part of trying to decide what to watch and, what to hold off on. So I guess starting off, there's one that I was thinking about that I would love to watch this year, and that would be Beware the Blob. And so this is one that I've seen all of the other Blob films. I've seen the Steve McQueen, I believe he's, this Blob film from 1958. So I've seen this one. I've seen the Blob remake, but I've never seen the sequel to the Blob, which I heard it's okay. So excited to watch that. I'm going to hold off on watching any Christmas related horror movies. I'm going to try do more Christmas horror movies this actual Christmas. And I'm going to try also avoid other seasonal horror as well. There's another one here that I've owned this for years, and I just need to actually watch it. And that is the film Them. So I guess this is about giant killer ants. At least I am judging just by the the back of the cover. But I guess this could fall under sci-fi. At least it looks kind of like it could be like sci-fi, but I have it under my horror collection. And I've owned this for many, many years now, and so I'm excited to have an excuse to watch it. This is another one that I've owned for years. Let's put this in here. This is one that I got, man, before this is at least, I've had this for at least, I don't know, 8 years or so. I've just never gotten around to watching it. It's only an 81-minute film, but it's the film Lights Out. So I just need to actually sit down and watch it. I guess I'll do this one too. But this is another example of a one that I've owned probably longer than Lights Out, and that is Arnold Schwarzenegger's End of Days. So yeah, this is just one that I've owned and I just need to actually watch. Then this one is, I noticed this one on Vinegar Syndrome's website. They have a nice Blu-ray of it, but I bought this in like a lot of movies, and that is a film Scared to Death. And so it's just another one that, yeah, from judging by the Vinegar Syndrome description and their photos, it looks amazing. So I'm actually really happy that I have this on at least a copy of it, but someday I'll get the Vinegar Syndrome edition. This is hard. I don't know what to grab. Okay, so this is one that there was actually recently a nice 4K box set that just came out, at least when I'm recording this. And it's another one that I've just never watched. I've missed it, I guess. And I've had the first two films here for, I don't know, a long time. And so that is the film House and House 2. I'll probably just be watching House 1 for now. And then maybe next Halloween I'll be watching House 2. I'm trying not to just pick films that I, had just owned for a long time that I've not watched. I'm trying to think of movies that I've been wanting to watch now for a while that I just, for one reason or another, I've just haven't gotten around to it. And then I did recently get, or semi-recently, I guess this was within the last year, I got the Phantasm collection. I've only seen the first film, but I've been wanting to check out the other ones. So this Halloween season, I will be watching. Let's put this back. Be watching Phantasm 2, and so yeah, these ones I've always been curious with the whole Phantasm franchise. It's just movies that I've just never really gotten into, but yeah, excited to check out the second movie. And then of course I have my directors section, and I have not seen all of the, some of my favorite directors' work. I've not seen all of the films, but which is unfortunate. So I am also going to be adding in a few of their films. Obviously, not all the directors have made all horror. There's like Steven Spielberg, which just pretty much made a couple, or Martin Scorsese, or Stanley Kubrick. But the one that I'm thinking of most is Dario Argento, and so he's made some great horror films. And so let's see, let's grab Mother of Tears. So we'll only try grab like one of each director right now, if they make horror films. But Mother of Tears is going to be Dario Argento's pick. And let's grab a John Carpenter film. Let's go with Someone's Watching Me by John Carpenter. So those are going to be at least those two picks. And I don't necessarily consider like Alfred Hitchcock horror, so I'm not going to pick any Hitchcock films. I mean, besides like Psycho, which I've already seen, but I'm not going to necessarily pick any Hitchcock films. And I believe that's all of the directors that have like horror films, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm happy with these two titles to add. Let's pick an A24 film. So this is one that I've owned for also a long time, and I keep hearing, do I want to do this one or Yeah, let's do both. So these are two films that I bought brand new from Best Buy. I don't watch A24 films nearly enough, and I keep hearing really good things about them. So that is, the first one's going to be The Killing of a Sacred Deer. These are both A24 films, and It Comes at Night. So both apparently good horror films, and I just need to actually sit down and watch them. So let's throw in some Hammer horror films. So this is one that I was actually just talking about a couple live streams ago, and that is Scars of Dracula. So with Christopher Lee in it. And so I've never actually watched any Hammer horror films, and so I'm very excited to watch that this season. This is one I kind of recently got that I want to check out. That's Tourist Trap. And so, I mean, yeah, it's full moon, I guess, technically. So I am excited to check that out, because I know full moon movies are cheesy but fun. So this is one that I've also owned for years that I just need to get around to watching, and that is Sublime. So apparently this theme for this Halloween is movies I've owned for years that I've just never watched. I'd also like to maybe grab a Criterion horror film because they also put out, horror movies. So this is one that I feel like I should have seen by now. This is from 1997. That is the movie Funny Games. So yeah, I guess it's home invasion stuff. So it should be a great time. I did recently, or semi-recently, watch Friday the 13th Part 7. And I really like Part 8. I think that's like such a fun movie. I've seen Freddy vs. Jason a ton. I've seen all these movies so many times that it's hard just to pick one that, I kind of want to revisit. I feel silly to like watch a Friday the 13th movie because I've seen all of them so much. And I have so many movies that I have not seen. It feels like I should be watching those over these. Let's watch Part 3. It's been a second since I've seen it. So Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm going to kind of slip this in here. So this is one that people said it's really good. So I need to watch that. And this is Peter Jackson's The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox in it. And so it's one I've owned for years that I've just never watched. So I'll add that to the stack. Let's throw in a killer clown movie. Got Stitches. So this is another one that I've never seen. And let's see, one more pick from here. I'm going to watch one VHS tape at least, because I feel like I have so many VHS tapes that I have not seen that I really should have watched by now. And so I just need to find at least just one tape to add to here. But that's going to be difficult. Oh no. Just kind of move this. There's movies everywhere. Okay, so picking one VHS tape apparently is a difficult task. And yeah, I'm struggling here to find like just one tape to add to this pile. Let's watch this one. This one I have owned for a while that I've not seen. So then I guess I'll watch Funeral Home. I got this, where did I get this? I feel like I got this actually, somebody was giving away a bunch of VHS tapes, and this might have been one of my favorite like Facebook Marketplace deals I ever did, but they were giving away a bunch of tapes, like a whole bookcase just filled with, I don't know, it was probably 100 or so, maybe 200 VHS tapes, and most of them were just very common, just generic stuff that you see at Goodwill all the time. But within that, there was the film Funeral Home and Chopping Mall. Both are very hard tapes to come by, and so I'm very excited to actually have both of these tapes. And so I've not seen Funeral Home yet, and so I think this year is the year I will watch this. So I'm going to put that there. And then actually yesterday I picked this up, and so I know I just got this, and there's movies that I've had in my collection for almost a decade, but I've been really wanting to check this movie out, and that is the film Blood-Sucking Freaks. And so I think it was Kevin Smith once told a story about he went to a Blockbuster and he asked the guy behind the counter, you know, what is the most like gross, gory horror film that he can possibly think of, and the guy behind the counter suggested Blood-Sucking Freaks. And so, and Kevin Smith really liked it. So I'm excited to watch this. It is Trauma, and so I guess I don't have any other Trauma films within here. So I'm excited to actually watch that. And I believe that is 31 titles. That was a lot harder than I was expecting it to be. But yeah, I will be watching all of these movies in the month of October. So now I just have to put them in order, and I will see you guys in that little segment of this video. And that is all 31 movies that I picked. I did go through and put them in order. This is going to be the order of films that I'm going to be watching. So starting off with October 1st, the first one I'm going to be watching is Scars of Dracula. So I'm not going to talk too much about these because I don't want to take up too much time because this video is already going to be kind of long. But I also will be talking about more in depth of each film after I watch it during my Sunday live streams. And I do have a few little videos planned throughout the month of October. So I do post on Tuesdays and Fridays, and so I have a couple little videos that I'm excited to do. But yeah, first one's going to be Scars of Dracula. Then we got Lights Out. If you can see, focus, yeah. And then we have Someone's Watching Me from John Carpenter. The next up one I have is a VHS tape. This is the only VHS that I have, and that is Funeral Home. And so I know that I just showed me picking them up, but yeah. But the next one is Beware the Blob. We got Sublime, Critters 3, Stitches, Tourist Trap, It Comes at Night, End of Days, Prophecy 3, and then this is actually going to be on the 13th of the month, and I decided to watch Friday the 13th Part 3. So this one was actually kind of a hard one to decide because I've seen all of the Friday the 13th movies. I've seen them like a lot. I think I've watched through the whole series at least 3 times, maybe more. And some of them I've seen more than that, but this is one that I just feel like I always neglect watching. So the next up, I got the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Just honestly a fun remake of the movie. I feel like that one, I don't know. I really enjoyed the remake, but then we have Scared to Death, The Frighteners, Leprechaun Back to the Hood, The Curse of the Fly, Mother of Tears, Phantasm 2, Hellraiser Inferno, or Hellraiser 5. So we got Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, House, Them, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, The Fear Halloween Night, Funny Games, it's the Omen remake from 2006, Rec 3 Genesis, Blood-Sucking Freaks. And finally, what I will be watching on Halloween night itself is Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers. And so I mentioned this already when I was picking this out, but this does have the producer's cut on it. The producer's cut. And so I am very excited to actually watch the producer's cut because I feel like that is, I mean, the theatrical cut is 88 minutes and the producer's cut is 95 minutes. And so I don't remember the theatrical cut. This is honestly, out of all the Halloween movies, the last, like, this, H2O, and Resurrection are like the three movies that I just don't watch that often. I think I've only seen them maybe twice, maybe even less than that. So I am very curious because I'm very excited to revisit that. So that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of my 31 picks. Obviously, as I said, I have not seen all of these yet, and so some of them might be just absolutely horrible, but I'm excited to check them out. They all look very interesting to me, and so yeah, but I hope to see you guys all on the live streams throughout the month of October. I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Bye.